Carpal tunnel syndrome is a common condition, but that doesn't make it any less serious, especially when symptoms interfere with your ability to do your job. For some people, the pain, numbness, and loss of hand function can become so severe that working full time is no longer possible. Hi, I'm Leah Small, a managing attorney here at Chisholm and Kilpatrick, a leading public interest law firm based in Providence, Rhode Island. Joining me today is Emma Peterson, a partner here at CCK Law. Today, we'll be discussing carpal tunnel syndrome and long-term disability benefits. Specifically, we'll be talking about how this condition can qualify for disability benefits, challenges claimants may face, and tips to strengthen their claim. Before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content.
Thanks, Leah. To start, can you explain what carpal tunnel syndrome is and how it can affect a person's ability to do their job?
Carpal tunnel syndrome is a nerve condition that occurs when the median nerve is compressed at the wrist, often due to repetitive motion or underlying health conditions. Symptoms typically occur in the hand and fingers and can include things like pain, numbness, tingling, or weakness. These symptoms can make fine motor tasks such as typing, writing, or gripping objects difficult or even impossible, and in severe cases can lead to permanent nerve damage and loss of hand function. Many jobs require hand use, and carpal tunnel can limit productivity or cause pain with even basic tasks.
So, can carpal tunnel syndrome qualify for long-term disability benefits?
So the short answer is yes, if your symptoms prevent you from performing your job duties on a consistent basis. In order to receive benefits, you must meet the applicable definition of disability in your LT policy, which may be an own occupation definition or an any occupation definition. It's also important to remember that claims are stronger when they are supported by objective evidence. So it's important to include documentation of treatment and clear functional limitations with your claim submission. Unfortunately, carpal tunnel syndrome is often viewed as treatable or mild, so the negative impact that it's having on your work must be clearly documented.
Okay, so what kinds of evidence can strengthen an LTD claim for carpal tunnel?
So it's a good idea to include things such as diagnostic tests, like a nerve conduction study or EMG results that document your impairments. Medical records from orthopedists, neurologists, or hand specialists are a good idea to submit. And if you've undergone a carpal tunnel release, you want to make sure to include your surgical records with your claim as well. And if you're undergoing physical therapy or occupational therapy, those notes should be submitted to the insurance company too. When you obtain statements from your doctors in support of your claim, you want to make sure they describe specific limitations, such as difficulty typing for prolonged periods, incapable of lifting, or incapable of performing repetitive tasks. In addition, if your condition flares up, you want to include documentation of that, as well as documentation of other treatments you may be doing, such as the use of braces or splints, or weaknesses in your hand.
Okay, so why are claims for carpal tunnel syndrome sometimes denied?
So, as we mentioned earlier, insurers may claim that the condition is manageable with therapy or surgery. Or, if you can still use your hands to some extent, they may simply argue that you're not totally disabled because you can perform sedentary or other alternative work. And in certain cases, a claim may lack objective evidence or have inconsistent treatment records, which unfortunately can weaken a claim. And if your carpal tunnel syndrome is secondary to another issue, such as a repetitive strain injury, the insurance claim may argue that it's not severe enough on its own to render you disabled.
Do you have any other tips for strengthening a claim for LTD claimants with carpal tunnel syndrome?
It's important for claimants to be consistent with their treatment and follow all medical recommendations made by their doctors. Additionally, you want to make sure you're reporting all of your symptoms or resulting impairments to your doctors and asking them to document those functional limitations in their records, not just the diagnosis and treatment they administer. In addition, when submitting your claim, you should include a detailed job description that shows how your job duties require frequent hand use, and then explain why your symptoms render you incapable of performing those duties. Claimants should also consider keeping a log of their symptoms and how those symptoms are interfering with their work tasks, their daily home activities, and their quality of life in general. And if your carpal tunnel syndrome is part of a broader problem, such as rheumatoid arthritis or repetitive strain injury, you want to make sure to document that connection as well.
Thanks, Leah. Carpal tunnel syndrome can make everyday tasks painful and work responsibilities unmanageable. If your condition is keeping you from doing your job, long-term disability benefits may be available, But proving your case takes more than just a diagnosis. If you need help filing a claim or appealing a denial, then CCK Law may be able to help. You can reach out to us anytime for a free case evaluation. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and take care.